Thank you for joining me today. In this video, as with previous other exercises, I'll be reading the paragraph located just behind me. Within this paragraph, or embedded within this paragraph, are multiple errors related to capitalization, punctuation, whether the absence of or the misuse of. From there, after I've read the paragraph with you, I'm going to step out of frame, ask that you pause the video to make any and all corrections that you're able to independently, and then resume so that we can correct them together to see if your corrections align with my own. As I said, I'm going to go ahead and start by reading the paragraph, which reads, if you can see it, yep. Dolly has been an inspiring example of bravery and patriotism for our nation. More than ever before, I find myself bursting with pride at her accomplishments. Dolly was already known for her gift of bringing together politicians and diplomats from opposing sides at her popular festive gatherings. How wonderful it would be if only our conflict with Great Britain could be resolved at one of Dolly's famous social evenings. Notice that raisin intonation at the end due to that question mark. All right, I'm going to step out of frame, go ahead and pause the video and make those corrections. Okay, I'm moving, so you resume the video, we will correct them together. Here, we've got the start of a sentence and a proper noun, Dolly, which requires capitalization. So I know Dolly at the start should be capitalized. Dolly has been an inspiring example of bravery and patriotism in our nation, period. It's a fine independent clause. Following clause begins with a capital, so we're good to go. So more than ever, before I find myself bursting with pride at her accomplishments. I notice there's an odd segue from one thought to the other, which alludes to the fact that there should be, or suggests I should say, that there should be a pause to help differentiate between one part of the sentence and the other. So more than ever before, comma, I find myself bursting, right, overwhelmed with pride at her accomplishments. So again, we're separating that first part, that first clause, from the second using a comma. Dolly, proper noun, beginning of a sentence, requires capitalization. Dolly was already known for her gift of bringing together politicians and diplomats from opposing sides at her popular festive gatherings. Here, where it says diplomats from opposing sides, feels like an appositive, like an insertion to provide additional insights. So going back, Dolly was already known for her gift of bringing together politicians and diplomats from opposing sides, comma, at her, from opposing sides at her popular, comma, festive gatherings. Okay, seems fine. Starting the next sentence off with how, capital. How wonderful it would be if only our conflict with Great Britain, proper noun, both parts, Great Britain, could be resolved at one of Dolly's. Here we're missing a capital for that proper noun. And we're not talking about a plurality of Dollys, right? We're talking about a singular person in possession, of in this case, of her famous social evenings, right? So to do that, you insert the apostrophe just before the S to show ownership. So Dolly's famous social evenings, this is not an interrogative sentence, at least it shouldn't be. It should be treated as a statement, meaning that end punctuation mark, the question mark, should be eliminated and replaced with a period. All right, known for a gift, just want to make sure we're good. How wonderful it would be if only our conflict with Great Britain could be resolved at one of Dolly's famous social evenings. So how wonderful it would be, comma, if only our conflict with Great, so that pause I think helps to segue into the next part. All right, hopefully you found this exercise helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like, and if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you subscribed for future exercises that we can conclude or work on together to help you implement or practice some of the English that you're acquiring in a real world example. All right, thank you.